Hey, what's going on, fellas? How we doing? Matt Antonelli here. Today, answering questions for you guys. Today, we're going to talk about how size and strength and physicality, how important that is in recruiting. Okay, because I think a lot of players don't realize how big and strong and athletic college baseball players are, right? Especially college baseball players that play at a high level, that are playing at either Division I colleges or some of the top colleges in each division. When coaches come to watch you play, yes, some of it is projecting out, okay, can this guy put on some weight? Will he get bigger and stronger? Absolutely. But there's a lot of guys, okay, when I go out and watch games, there's a lot of high school players in the 140, 150, 160 pound range that are really good players, but it's really difficult for a college coach to watch that player and say, you know what, if we put 25, 30 pounds on that guy, 40 pounds, I think he could be really good, right? That's a lot of weight, okay? So when it comes to grabbing guys and looking at players, the guy that's 185 pounds, the guy that's already well put together, that guy is going to go before the guy that's 150 pounds. Unless the 150 pounder is just ridiculously freakish athletically. He's running a 6'6", 60. He's super quick and he has some crazy strength, although he may not be a big, strong kid or a big kid. He's got some type of just quick twitch strength to him. The bigger guy is always going to have the advantage, okay? And that guy is usually going to go before the guy that's 140, 150 pounds. So I understand that it's difficult for some guys to gain weight, right? It's tougher for some guys. All right, everyone's unique. Everyone's got their own genetics. Some guys, look like Bo Jackson and don't lift a whole lot. Maybe not Bo Jackson, but some guys are big and strong and maybe not lift a whole lot. Maybe they don't have to eat a whole lot. Some guys eat everything. They lift a lot and they weigh 150 pounds. I understand that, but if you're one of those guys that needs to put on weight, you have to do everything possible to put it on. If whatever you're doing right now leads you to be 140, 150 pounds, then you have to eat, you have to work that much harder. You have to eat that much more. You have to pay attention to what you're eating, right? Your eating has to become your job. Nutrition has to become your job. You can't just wing it and say, you know what, it's hard for me to gain weight and I guess I'm just going to always be 150 pounds. Okay, you have to pay attention to it. You have to start to write down, what are you eating? Pay attention to exactly what you're eating and see where you're missing out on meals. What are you doing? Where could you get some extra calories in and some extra meals? Because there's a lot of guys, and again, I know I already talked about there's some guys that it's tough for. I understand that. But there's a lot of guys that can't put on weight and they say they try everything. I've tried everything, coach. I eat so much. I just can't put on weight. I say, really? Okay, go through today. I want to know everything you ate today. What did you have for breakfast? Oh, I didn't eat breakfast today, coach. I was late for class. Oh, you didn't eat breakfast. Okay. What did you eat for lunch? Well, I had a Nutrigrain bar. I was running quick in between classes and I just had to grab something quick. Oh, okay, cool. All right. What did you have for dinner? Well, I had that's how it goes. Okay. With a lot of guys I ask and it's like, oh, I try everything. I eat everything. What'd you eat today? Nothing. Like, if you're one of those guys that has to put on weight, you can't skip meals. You can't do it. You have to look at eating and nutrition the same way you look at batting practice, fielding ground balls, throwing bullpens, all that stuff. It's the same thing. Because like I said, if you're 140 pounds and a guy comes to watch you, a college coach comes to watch you play, and he says, oh, let's see here. Which one's Matt Antonelli out there? Oh, he's number 9. He's right there. Oh, geez, he looks like an 8th grader. It's 132 pounds, right? I get looked over real quick. Oh, look at that guy right there. That guy looks good in his uniform right there. And that guy can play a little bit. He's 180 pounds. Oh, perfect, right? So don't let the weight and the physical part of it cross you off the list. We talked about getting crossed off the list for things. That's one of those things that you may get crossed off the list for. You probably will. They're just going to say, I can't take a chance because what if he doesn't grow, right? What if I get him on campus and he's still 150 pounds in a year or two? It's going to be tough for him to compete against college players, okay? And so You know, I talked about before, you know, when I started to really focus on working out, we haven't even talked about strength training yet, but when I started to work out about junior year of high school, and I started to really focus on that, I put on about 15 pounds immediately. Again, not everyone's going to be like that, but I understood, okay, what do I have to do here, right? I was probably about 100 and, oh, I don't know, 165, 170 pounds probably my junior year of high school. When I left high school, I was 185 pounds. Put on about 15 to 20 pounds when I started working out after my junior year, my junior summer, heading into my senior year. Put on about 15 to 20 pounds, okay? I went to college as a 185 pound kid, and I wasn't a big kid by any means. I was a decent sized player, right? After my first year, freshman year, I probably weighed about 190 something pounds. By my sophomore year, I was probably getting close to 200. Then I was told I needed to hit more power, right? If I wanted to get drafted high, I needed to hit for more power. I needed to add strength. And so I started my junior year, first game my junior year, I weighed 216 because I made strength training and nutrition and eating my job. The first thing I did when I got up, I said, I got to eat, right? I never went more than like 3 hours without eating. I was always eating. I was making sure that I was taking care of my body. I didn't always eat the greatest food because I'm really a picky eater, but I made sure that I was eating, right? And I was training probably 4 to 5 days a week. And so again, it's just understanding what you need to do and getting after it. And if whatever you're doing isn't working, you have to do more. If eating 3,000 calories a day is not working, eat 3,500. If 3,500 isn't putting on weight, eat 4,000. If 4,000 isn't working, eat 4,500, eat 5,000, right? You might say, I can't, how can I do that? I can't do that. You can do it. You just have to do it. You have to say, I'm doing this. Log what you eat and get the amount of calories you need, right? If you're somebody that's too heavy, right? You're slow, you're not quick. People are telling you, hey man, you gotta lose weight, right? You have to look at it as a job. Figure out what you're eating, how many calories I mean 4,000 a day, I gotta lose weight. Wait, eat 3,500. It's not working. Eat 3,000. It's not working. Eat 2,500, right? Work out more. So you have to experiment a little bit, but you have to do something. You can't just say, oh, it's tough for me to gain weight. Oh, it's tough for me to lose weight. Right? That doesn't cut it, okay? If that's what you're gonna say, then you can't get mad when people say, we're gonna pass on this guy, he's not big enough. We're gonna pass on this guy, he's too big, he's out of shape, right? So you can't have it both ways. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I just want to throw it out there because that is a huge part of recruiting that a lot of players don't really focus on. And they put tons of time into batting practice and bullpens and fielding and all that stuff. But a lot of players neglect the physical part of things, right? And they just kind of say, well, genetics, you know, they are what they are. It just makes it harder or easier for some guys, but everybody can do it. You just may have to put in a little bit more work. Just like with hitting. Some guys naturally can really hit. Some guys show up 1 day a week and they mash. Some guys hit 6 days a week and they can't hit. You gotta hit more. You gotta work smarter, get better info, right? You can't just say, oh, well, that's the way it is. I hit 6 days a week and I can't hit. Oh, well, gotta figure it out, right? So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Let me know if you have any more questions in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Check out our Instagram page, Antonelli Baseball, Twitter feed, Man899. I'm posting videos all the time for you guys. Check out the description box below where I put a bunch of links to videos and, to books and training tools we use with our players. Check out our website, AntonelliBaseball.com, for more information on how to work with us and our teams. And that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much. I wish you guys the best of luck, and we'll talk to you later.